What up, bitches? It's the misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Follow me in all the links. Please like, comment, and like I'm gonna start saying from now on, just Will Smith the like button. All right. I want to talk about some recent comments from the top dog entertainment record executive known as Punch. This guy went on Twitter and I forget verbatim what he said, but this dude is still stuck back in 2014 with the Grammys when Macklemore won a Grammy over Kendrick Lamar, which is, Kendrick Lamar is on TDE, and this is fucking 8 years ago. The time flies, but this dude is trying to cite systematic racism as the reason for Kendrick Lamar not winning the Grammy, and I can't believe I have to rehash this shit. And it's just sort of common sense. And again, one thing I hate is this: everything's about race nowadays. Everyone's hyper focused on race and sexuality, and it don't mean the same thing that it used to mean back in the 80s and 90s, and in history. It don't mean the same thing because everything's racist nowadays. Let me explain it to you. I believe I've said this before. Macklemore versus Kendrick Lamar. All right? And let me say this first. Let me preface this first because I know there's going to be a lot of niggas in their emotions and all that shit. I'm already used to that. Kendrick Lamar, if I was to choose which artist I would rather listen to between the two, it would be Kendrick Lamar. Because of the fact that I'm more into the lyricism, more into concepts. I think that and overall he's a little bit more darker to me, pun intended by the way, than Macklemore is, and that's gonna come into my bigger point. Macklemore, although he MCs, he's more of like a safer type of rapper. You know what I'm saying? One thing that Punch threw out there was Punch was saying, Kendrick's been dropping fire since '04 and blah, 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 blah. No one's denying that. And, to be completely honest, I haven't seen a conversation within these, I would say the last, 8 years, whenever Good Kid, Mad City came out, that didn't have Kendrick as a top rapper. Macklemore is never brought up in those conversations. He may be brought up as far as popularity and sales, but never as like a lyricist type, you know what I mean? And this has been going on in hip-hop for the longest time. Y'all know I've documented this when it comes down to lyrics versus sales versus being able to cross over. And that's the thing with Macklemore. He has that, I guess you would call it mass appeal. You know what I'm saying? You have Can't Hold Us, Thrift Shop, which that rings bells as far as crossing over or mass appeal. It has that type of formula. When it comes to Kendrick Lamar, yeah, he has songs that got radio play. Can't deny that. Swimming Pools was somewhat catchy, but Can't Hold Us, shit like that. That's the stuff that's gonna marching bands are gonna play. Those are the type of songs you have on like commercials and shit like that. So it shouldn't be a surprise that Macklemore won over Kendrick Lamar. It really shouldn't surprise a lot of people when you factor in all that shit. I mean, Macklemore is the type of rapper that soccer moms or moms in general are going to gravitate towards. You know what I mean? Because he's more of like a safe household. You know what I mean? Like, and don't get me wrong either. I've said this before about Macklemore. He can MC. He was grinding just as long as Kendrick Lamar. My favorite album by his is The Language of My World, which isn't really popular. You know, he gets down, but he knows what he's doing. He wanted to go and make these cleaner, radio-friendly type songs. And listen, what the fuck does that have to do with race? I mean, the only racial factor that should be looked at is the fact that white people are the biggest consumers in hip-hop. So let's look at Kendrick Lamar. I guarantee, I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar, majority of Kendrick Lamar's fans are fucking white. It just is what it is, right? Those guys probably listen to Macklemore too. Plus you have to factor in, like I said, the soccer moms, the people that really ain't into rap, like a lot of the people that follow me and me myself, a lot of people that ain't hip-hop heads, that they like the catchy top 40 jingle type. You got to factor all that in. You know what I mean? So this is nothing new. I mean, again, I got to say this again because I know there's a lot of softies out there. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar all day over Macklemore for me personally. But yeah, this has nothing to do with systematic racism. I'm so sick and tired of this shit. Stop using that as your go-to. You know, it's just dumb. And to be honest, I think that Punch is doing this to generate a little bit of buzz for Kendrick Lamar's album. What is it called? Mr. Morale. I forget what the name of it is, but it's coming out in like a week or two. There's no need for him to do this because Kendrick Lamar's name alone, just the fact that he announced that, he had people going crazy. So yeah, I mean, this whole shit is dumb. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think it has anything to do with systematic racism. And that's the other thing too. Let me finish by saying this. I've said this again 1,000 times on my channel. If you truly feel that way, right? Y'all need to do what Jay Prince told y'all to do with these Grammys. Let's start doing our own concerts, our own award shows, and do it off the merit, off of what's out there in the world. The real people are gonna gravitate towards it. I mean, think about it. The only people that bring race up, that are obsessed with race, are the true racists. And I keep saying this, like, it's funny because people call me coon and all these stupid ad hominems because of it, but I'm not the one edifying white people. Like, you have the Oscars so white shit. Oh my God, it's because of systematic racism, da 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 da. Meanwhile, y'all have enough pull to do your own shit. You know what I mean? To do your own shit, generate your own money, your own income, and have true people that want to fuck with you. They're gonna gravitate towards you. I mean, let's do our own shit. Stop worrying about, oh, well, it's because of white people. Well, you want to sit amongst them. I mean, what does that say about you? So anyway, just want to end it on that. It has nothing to do with systematic racism. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to TDE. I'm looking forward to the album. But yeah, that's just a dumb fucking take. Just want to throw that out there. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. And that's it. Peace, bitches.